Hello guys, today we're gonna do some more BWN stuff. Just gotta share the link and such. Alright. Got everything shared. You just gotta set things up. For the typical practices, I'm gonna set up the shows off screen in the setup process, but I'm not gonna do it with this because this was kind of a late-ish addition because as if for those who watch Blast, originally we were gonna do two shows, but Eli was able to pull in during, so we're gonna advance to the next show. What's the news? I think it's gonna be a bit before we can do all that. Alright, so now we gotta edit everything here. Now, I will let Eli, because I'm gonna just. Oh. Okay, I am. All these have rifle actions. Okay, well. So I am gonna set up his booking here. Now in his show. Opening match, Taka and Mizawa are gonna fight for that workhorse title to open the show up. Nope. Gotta be careful of that. Alright. That's going to be the opening match here. After that, Hurricane and Tiger Mask. Oh, they got Hurricane. Why is John Cena on the sideline? Kane and Tiger Mask. And then Sandman and Disco. Oh wait, that opening match is a cage. Wait, no, nah. Hurricane Tiger Mask is in a cage. Sandman and Disco are gonna fight in a ladder match. Sandman and Disco. Ooh. Hold on, let me make sure of something here. Alright, perfect. Okay. I want to make sure I didn't put myself in. That would have been a messy thing there. After that, Dreamer and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's going to challenge Tommy Dreamer for the Dynasty title in a hardcore match. Hi, Eli. I haven't started the show yet. I'm just putting your booking in. If you wanted to adjust anything or try rivalry actions to any of these 5 matches, feel free to say so. And then that one, Dreamer and Hardy. Oh, no, hold on. Hi, Gray Man. And then, who was it? Jeff. I went way too far. And in the main event, Glacier and Cena in a TLC match. Okay. Alright. Alright, so this is what you got here, Eli. Also Mizawa did a promo. Mizawa talked about Taka. I'll get to it in a minute, but Eli, any of these 5 matches you want to experiment with rivalries, or you're just gonna go straight through for the first episode here? Because you certainly can if you want to, but I want to wanted to give you a chance to look through these and think. I also should say this. There are some... Okay, I will say this too. There are some wrestlers after this first week. I will slightly adjust some of the overalls because some of these guys overalls I think should be a little different. Like Dreamer here, he should not be a 76. That's a bit low for him. But some of these models I have to download, it's sometimes it can be slim pickings. But okay, all right, then we'll get started with that. We'll save. And then we'll get the show going here. Open things up here. Alright, so Mizwa... So, just before the match, Mizawa told Taka, since what you... Talked to Mizawa, saying that Taka said he was going to kick Mizawa's ass, and he said he's going to kick his. And then they were about to start fighting, but security told them to leave it, wait till the ring, so it's going to be interesting to see how things are going to go here. Ah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Okay, some of these creative wrestlers, some of them may need a little bit more polish. So, if you guys want them to be tweaked a little bit, let me know. I'm not going to go on my way with them because some of them could take some work, so I only will do it if they are really necessary. So, BWN Bass got 13 stars out of the possible 25 in their first show.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 187 pounds, Mitchell O.Q. And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Cruiserweight Champion, Michaels Amelia!
Did he say from New York? Okay, some of these guys, ugh. But... Well, the announcing names for belts in this game, it's not exactly super rangy. So I kind of gave like default names to a lot of titles. Like the Wonder title I just put as Women's. The Workhorse I just put as Cruiserweight. The Dojo title that you'll see on my show is just Hardcore. And the Tag Team belts I just say Tag Team belts. And so on. I mean... Well, the problem is when he selects the Cruiserweight title, because in this game, Cruiserweight is legit like 215 and lower than that. And I was kind of hoping that it'd be a little bit more generous with light heavyweights. So what I did was I kind of turned that setting off and just said Cruiserweight / light heavyweights, like if it's in that range. 100 pounds, yeah. Oh, wow. So after this week, once we do my show, I will allow you guys to... yeah, I know. But after this week, I will allow you guys to create some custom matches that you want for your show in specific ways. I do want to say this, I do want to try to experiment with time limits in these matches to try to, well, we'll see about the time limits. I'm not sure if we'll go that far, but after this week I will experiment with the CPU. I won't do it during this week because I want everyone to be competitively even with that, but I will experiment with the CPU and see if we can get more diverse match results, because I want the possibility of a 1-star match being as equivalent of a 3 or a 5 or whatever. But I will allow you guys to create custom matches. Even if you guys want your default matches to be a little different, you certainly can go for that. Ooh. Oh. Brainbuster. I also want to say this, I do plan on doing BWN Malice tomorrow as well, so we will be seeing some BWN stuff tomorrow too. The booking for that is already posted in the Discord, so if people want to see what to expect, they are more than welcome to. Oh, Emerald flows in. Ooh. Taka's in trouble here. I mean, he's still in yellow, but he needs to start getting some offense here. Took a really big move there. I love that they add the ability to do camera stuff. I want to try something though. Broadcast. We're at. All right. We switched to that. I'm just. Huh. Interesting. Ooh. we go. I was kind of hoping that there'd be a setting where it would put us here, because I at least for RCW stuff, I want to try to experiment having the camera angle facing toward the stage. Ooh, dodges the senton. Oh, also, yes, I will be counting the half stars as a part of stuff, so you could get like half the stars in the stuff. There won't be any rounding ups and downs with things. Oh, strong style, the fighting spirit. You know, after watching that Gunther match at SummerSlam with Priest, I just thought to myself, you know what, I know their skill set may not be equal, but I would kill to see a Gunther Eddie Kingston match. Just based on their loves for old school wrestling and by itself. Oh, the Tiger Driver. Oh, he retains.
Here is your winner, and still Cruiserweight Champion, Michaels.
Yeah, I love being able to control the camera. I don't know how much I'm going to do it, because I think what it does on it by itself is fine. I kind of like it fine as this 3.5. There we go. That's a good start right there. Tiger Mask and Hurricane right here. See how it goes. Coming up next. Oh, Eli, if over the course of the show, if you change your mind before a match and you want to adjust rivalry actions with something, you certainly can. Grayman, did you discover anything while experimenting with the rivalry actions with your copy of the game? Okay. Which one was wrong?
The following
You're
is a steel cage match.
No prob.
Making his way to the ring from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in.
Alright, you want to make them a rivalry after that match. Okay. Also, when we get to the next week, when people do their booking, definitely really get into the story stuff of things. In addition, so how I'm gonna do it for now when it comes to earning extra stuff. Yeah, the entrances, because a lot of these wrestlers, like, because Eli, because you drafted a lot of downloaded wrestlers, I pretty much picked based on the default move sets and whatever was there. I don't really know what people put in as their entrance music or any videos or anything like that, so I'm just discovering them as you are for a lot of them. Like I said, I can try to adjust them a little bit if you text me, like, over the course of, like, watching the shows, if you guys think, hey, can we maybe switch this guy's music to maybe this guy's music or something? I certainly can. It's not a big deal. So this is a cage match. But yeah, definitely, when you Also, the way I'm gonna do it to earn extra stars, like if you're in between shows and you want to catch up or whatever, how I'm gonna do it is for every post you do, setting up a story or elaborating on a rivalry that's happening on your show, you will gain 1 star from it. Now, the post itself, in terms of like how long it is, I would say at minimum like 2 sentences or like 4 lines or whatever. I'm not gonna get hyper specific on it, but the key with that one is that for those posts to count as bonus with the stars, they can't be a part of your booking, your setup booking. The setup booking is kind of a different thing. You will have to they will have to be posts that are kind of separate from the booking. So when you post your booking with the story stuff will be kind of stuff before you list the matches, and including stuff you may put along with the matches when you book them. But yeah, that is something to keep in mind. So if you have like a shitty episode and you didn't get shit happening, pretty much, I mean, I'm not gonna say what times are the times to do the extra post and stuff, but yeah, they will help with stuff. I will say this, at some point I might want to try to maybe develop a system where the length of the post and the amount of story stuff can determine the amount of stars you earn, but I'm not gonna mess with any of that shit right now, so I'm just trying to keep it simple. The judgment on pacing and stuff, I guess we'll get to as the stuff goes on, because it is kind of unprecedented, but yeah, you will earn extra stars, because like I said, this stuff's going to be very story based. So the stuff that you're going to earn is going to depend on the stuff that you post and what you do along with just booking matches. Well, Hurricane's putting up a fight here. Ooh. Power slam. Ooh. What's he gonna do here? Oh, Hurricane Rana. Tiger Mask is in trouble here. Oh, Hurricane's gonna try the exit route here from the top. Tiger Mask does have some moves set up to use if he's able to. Oh, Hurricane was getting kind of close there. Tiger Mask kind of... for those of you watching this for the first time, the BWN stuff, if you are curious on it, the Campy Company, the YouTube channel, Discord, that will have information on it, and if you have questions, just feel free to ask. Ooh. Oh, the moonsault. Oh, wow.
Here is your winner, Tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, this got 2.5. So the average is 3 right now for Eli. Yeah, it was a solid finish. Alright, Sandman and Disco Inferno in the ladder match. It kind of does, in all honesty. I don't really mind that, but I will say this, multi-man matches typically grade higher. But, and this is something I may have to come up with over time when it comes to like what kind of matches you can book on your shows, because I don't want a thing to happen where people just like book like all like specialty matches on their show to try to ramp up earning stars, because I want there to be a sense of like reasonable pacing of things. All right, let's get to this next one here. But like I said, like I do want to experiment with match creation for you guys, because some of you guys may want certain things allowed or whatever. You can have some of you there, and another thing about this game too that's great is backstage brawling is, instead of only 1v1, you can have 4 wrestlers involved, either fatal 4-way, triple threats, or even tag teams against each other. So you can have that dream match of APA and Dudley Boys brawling backstage and whatnot. You certainly can. I will say this. I might, if we decide to do time limits on matches, I may allow like 5 matches with an optional surprise 6 match sprinkled there. Like if you guys want to put in a surprise brawl or an impromptu challenge of something, like I do with RCW sometimes, that's certainly a possibility. I also want to say this, unlike TWN, I won't mind introducing new shows whenever, as opposed to like in seasons. They could be, but we can have time limit brawls, but they don't have to have time limits right now. They could be as long as any other match. Man, they didn't even get... Man, this isn't anything close to Enter Sandman. I mean, I understand they can't get the song because it's like, it costs money. But even though they spent a bunch of money on the soundtrack, and I know one year they did have a Metallica song on there. So, but man, could they at least make an effort to make something sound like Enter Sandman? I mean, I've heard YouTubers come up with copyright-free like theme music or whatever covers of songs that are way closer than whatever they're doing with this. Oh, I agree totally. He isn't, but I mean, if you're gonna make the effort to make a whole ass ECW DLC pack, at the very least, like be able to say, okay, let's do this. Now, granted, this could be his WWE theme when he was in WWE for a bit, and they just took from that. That's a very well a possibility. And I wouldn't blame them for doing that, because why make things harder on yourself? I just kind of wish that...
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 240 pounds.
That is true, Gray Man. I also want to say this. I know this isn't a disco song, but it works. I don't even know if there's even any disco tunes in the game outside of Dude Love theme, but you couldn't use that with disco because the singer's saying Dude Love throughout the song, so it kind of doesn't do that. Yeah, that's true. American Badass Taker is in the game. Yeah. Trying to think of any 70s-ish wrestlers that are in the game. Yeah. This song works though. There's no complaints there for that. Yeah, that's my only real thing about this game is that I get having the Money in the Bank case as the default thing for a ladder match, but I almost wish that it was a separate thing, because we should be able to have ladder matches that don't revolve around Money in the Bank case. I think what we'll do going forward is, I think if you're going to do a ladder match that has to have a briefcase, is maybe we get like a default black case we can use and you guys can use it for whatever. That's what I like about the No Mercy games. They just did a black case with theirs when it wasn't a title match, and that was perfect. I kind of wish they did that in this game. And then the way I say is, if the ladder match isn't for Money in the Bank, then it should just be a default black case. But what do I know? I'm just whatever. You know what's funny? I did one of my jobs is concert security at a casino, and one year Kid Rock did 2 shows for 2 days, and I did both. To be honest, here's the thing with Kid Rock. One good song. I mean, yeah, I grew up and he had quite a fan base. I knew a lot of people loved Kid Rock, and he was successful. He had a decent amount of hits and all that. Without getting into the political things of it, the one thing I'll say about his show, it starts off good because he's doing the hit songs and stuff, but man, when it gets towards the end, he has like, I shit you not, he had like fucking 4 encores. Like, it got to a point where it was like, big song stop, some video package or a talkie thing or whatever, another song. He did it like 3 to 5 times. It was like, oh, just finish the goddamn thing. The one thing I'll say about ladder matches in this game too, and I don't know if I could adjust it or not, but they are much easier than in 2K19. I mean, Grayman saw it the other day during his show. And for comparison, in my MWL In Your Space event, the main event was a ladder match, an 8-man ladder match for a case. And that one you could tell it was a lot harder because the notches you have to get to take the case down was like 8 or whatever, and this one is like 5. It's a lot. Ooh. Ooh, right on a ladder too. Good lord. Oh, jeez. Well, Money in the Sand winner or Sand in the Bank.
Here is your winner.
Yeah, he did, but a lot of rappers do that. A lot of rappers or guys who do music like him, they sample a lot of shit. I mean, Eminem sampled a lot of shit. That's a pretty common thing. 1 star here, so still on pace with Gray Man here. Next match, though, championship match, Dreamer and Hardy. Dreamer coming in as the inaugural champion, looking to make his name known. Let's see how it goes. So far, also for your guys' shows, if there's anything you want tweaked or whatever, let me know. Like the graphic design system or whatever. I mean, there's a decent amount of options. I would probably say keep it with the Soulless. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I remember when he did the whatever his Black album was called, Rock and Roll Jesus or whatever. And man, that song was when that song came out, I was kind of in middle school, high school. The songs in that album were freaking everywhere. That album was like a big hit for him. But times are different now. I mean, when I grew up, it was different times and stuff. It was not nearly like today. I mean, when I grew up, I thought things were pretty normal, but looking back, it was definitely a rougher time. Not so much physically rougher, but it was a lot of stuff people went around with back then you would not even dream of today. Hockey Town. I didn't know that. I wonder what the story is for that. There comes the Dynasty Champion. I'll say this for anyone that's going to look to do some custom stuff in Universe mode. Once you figure out putting in imagery into the game, it's actually not too hard. The biggest thing though is let me think. There's an app I use called Canva or Canvas or whatever. I use that for all my TWN, Fire Pro custom stuff, 2K custom stuff. There is a free thing to do it in, but I pay for mine. It's not terribly expensive to pay for it monthly, but the biggest thing that allows you is making images like have nothing in the background, so it's not like a white square around a logo or whatever.
And his opponent from Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 265 pounds, the men's champion, Tommy.
But for those of you that are on a budget and can't spend for that kind of thing, I'm sure there might be some free stuff you can get that has the same effect. I guess you could get away with using free canvas with that stuff. You may just have to experiment and find what works and what doesn't. Yonkers, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, well, I think, well, here's the thing with life. As life goes on and times change, some people go one way, some people go the other, and everyone has their own reasons for it. And yeah, some people may not like what, I mean, there's plenty of people that don't like what Kid Rock has to say and all that. Cringe. Well, it was definitely of a different time, that's for sure. I mean, his thing was 90s into early 2000s, and then a big push in maybe early 2010s. But he hasn't really had a lot of stuff in quite a while. Like milk. It depends. I enjoy the songs fine enough, but I'm not going on my way to listen to them necessarily. I will say though, after those concerts, I'm okay with not getting into Kid Rock. Top control. Which is ironic because he's not like bald at all. Ooh. Ah, sit out jawbreaker. Also the important thing in this game, if you guys are looking at your attributes of your wrestlers, where they are in the power rankings, and if they have a title or not, does add a bit to their attributes. So that is something to keep in mind there. Super racist. I haven't heard anything racist from Kid Rock, but I don't really listen to him talk really, so I don't know if I have authority on that. Well, what I notice about a lot of people who may get that label is a lot of the times it's more just from like unwillingness to kind of go with how things are called in the times or something like that. But like I said, I don't know. I mean, tomorrow I could look up a bunch of Kid Rock interviews and be like, oh wow, that's really not the right way to say stuff, kid. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to I have to look that up because I have to see it to believe that because here's the thing, like, no matter what you're associated with, I can't imagine you saying that to somebody like that and having that be okay. I mean, I mean, but context is key though. Like, all it takes is to hear or see something out of context and someone becomes a villain. But if you watch the whole thing and actually see the context, it changes everything. Context is everything with stuff nowadays, too. Ooh, counter. But yeah. Well, I mean, conservative artists are kind of an oxymoron. I mean, Ted Nugent knows that very well. Oh, Dreamer DDT. You know what? I don't know. I always want to see, because what is the difference between Dreamer's DDT, the Dreamer DDT, and the Even Flow DDT? Because I know there has to be something different between the two. Ooh, Jeff is really getting beaten up here. This is Extreme Rules match. I think I actually heard about him growing up wealthy. It's been a long time though. I mean, like I said, I don't really listen to him, or I don't really watch interviews or stuff with him, so I don't really have any opinions on stuff. But here's the thing. I went to school for journalism, and one thing I learned in journalism is that context is pretty much everything. And the way people do videos and everything now, they always do everything without context. So I always try to look at everything before I judge what somebody is. But sometimes you hear something, it's like, yep, that's right. that person's like that, no question about it. And yeah, well, yeah, I don't know anyone who doesn't like him, but I'm sure there's somebody that doesn't care for him. I mean, there's always that guy. Pile driver. 2. Man, they are working really well off each other here. Oh, shattered it on him. Oh, countered it. Eli might be the first show to get a 4-star match here. Oh, dodges it. Oh. Yeah, he got 4-star there. Oh, a twist of hate! Oh, look at that!
Here is your winner, champion, Jeff Harvey.
And a 4-star match. This might get match of the week. I will say though, there's other things I could add to get bonus stuff like match of the week and all that. It's very experimental right now. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I finish it. Let's see if the main event can top it. TLC match, Cena and Glacier, or as Santino Marella will call him, John Cena. But like I was saying, like unlike TWN, I wouldn't mind, now we got kind of things settled in, I wouldn't mind if another person or two wanted to join like this while we're doing it, because I don't plan on locking this within like seasons and stuff necessarily. I think how I'll do it is, I think every month when we do the pay-per-views, kind of the climax of stuff. But I don't know if we're gonna, I don't know how we're gonna divide stuff, because I don't really want to divide it on a, because if I'm gonna divide it in this game, you almost have to do a calendar style, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I don't know if we're gonna do stuff like TWN with seasons and stuff. This might be something more loosely constructed.
The following is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Oh, they're locked into the calendar. However, I just noticed when I was booking Eli's show that I think you are allowed to have less than matches in the table. So if you put your show at 7 matches, but you only want to do 4 of the 7, or you go in with 4 and want to add another one, you can do that. So I almost wonder if we could do a show without matches. If that is possible, because if that's possible, then you could have the option to skip weeks.
And his opponent, representing Diamond Mine from Japan, weighing in.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Glacier's won half of the default, inaugural.
Tag team champions.
He's champs with DDP. There's only 2 tag teams in Ultimate, BWN Ultimate. Glacier and DDP are the champs. The other team is Dreamer and Sandman. So far, when it comes to rosters, BWN Ultimate has the smallest roster. They got 20 guys. The Malice roster, I think, has 28, and then the largest is Blast. There's 32 there. Yes. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. I kind of wish in this game, I wish there was an option, because you can choose, and this is for a lot of wrestling games, but Fire Pro, this would be great in Fire Pro too, but I wish that there was, as there's a thing for time limits, I wish there was things for minimum time, like the match cannot conclude unless it crosses this amount of time, because I think, because if it had that, I think it would be a great way to introduce time management for when you book a show, because if you only have a certain amount of time, you may want to give some matches more time than others. Oh, jeez. Cena already has 2 of the 5. Yeah, 5 is too little. I wish they kept it at 8. I think that was... Because now ladder matches are way too short. Oh, jeez. Glacier wins!
Here is your winner.
So despite having a 4-star match, got 1.5. So despite having a 4-star match, Eli's gonna end up with actually less stars than Gray Man. Cause let's see here. So that got 3.5. That got 2.5. So 6. That got 1. So that's 7. That got 4. That's 11. And that got 1.5. So 12.5. So Gray Man, you lead by half a star. Well, I will say this. For booking in the future, I probably would advise maybe straying away from ladder matches, because they don't seem to be kind for the star stuff. All right, do we have news? Yep, he has. We're gonna advance to the next show here. To Malice for next time. Yes, they are. They are. So the stars will be how we do standings for our shows. But yeah, now we got masks. But here's the other thing too. If we are able to like skip shows in this game, I might do that when we do our B show, because I don't know if we want to do something like that every week. But I don't know, because as much as I want to do a minor show, because if we do a minor show, it's not going to be 5 matches. It's going to be like 3 matches or something like that. I almost wonder if we want to pair that with a pay-per-view if we do it, because I don't know if we want to do something like that as its own stream, because it's only 3 matches. But I don't know. Maybe we'll just sim it and we just use it as story building and stuff. I don't know. Sim it for the rest of the weeks and then have it. I don't know. It's something for later on, but I wouldn't mind having that. But we'll see. I don't know if we'll do that or not. Let's see how long we actually do this. Alright, that concludes the show. 12.5 stars. I mean, kind of some ups and downs there. Had one 4-star match. But Man, those ladder matches aren't kind in this game. I really gotta look at the difficulty with stuff. I tried doing it in 2K23 and I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, well, I think it's easier to book for something like this because the thing with this game compared to Fire Pro is that Fire Pro doesn't give you a lot to work with in terms of story stuff, while this does. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try that. You know what's funny? I tried looking it up for this game, and I actually heard that having it on. Some people said having it on the easiest difficulty actually leads to the most diverse outcomes. Because the easy difficulty for computer stuff relies more on the attributes of the wrestlers. But I don't know. We'll have to experiment with it. I could the higher difficulty could be better for it. We'll have to see. Um. Well, yeah. I'll be experimenting, but I won't be doing any of that until we get to Malice, and I will be streaming Malice tomorrow. That is the plan for that. Um. Probably I don't know when I'll stream it. Probably a bit later in the day. Okay. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and take your time with week two stuff. Like really, really think about things, because I'm not gonna. This isn't kind of thing that I want to rush. Because I'm still we're just because it's probably still gonna be a bit before everyone's ready to do TWN stuff again. We'll see how people feel after the TWN pay-per-view this month. People, it might perk some people up again. We'll see. Um, I don't know. Maybe when I brought up that new format, maybe I'll throw it in with this season. Well, no, yeah. The only real thing, I just had to set up like the booking in this because I waited to advance till this one because we were had to put in I had to input stuff in. So yeah, like this will probably be around a little bit less than an hour ish, roughly. But if we input time limits, that could change things. But I don't know if we'll do that. We'll see. Let's see how the month goes. So the long-term plan right now for the month in game for this is um so whoever wins the most weeks of these 4 weeks between the three brands, and it's going to be one of the brands because we have three. So one brand's going to win two of the four. Um they'll be able to book the main event of the pay-per-view for the BWN championship. So they'll be the only brand with four championships, and they'll have the world title on their show. Um, so they can book that how they wish. Um, let me think. For tiebreakers, the only tiebreakers that's going to be there if two shows get the same amount of stars is whatever show has best match of that week. That's going to be the deciding factor there. So if I get 12 and a half stars tomorrow on my show, well, if I get like not 12 and a half, if I get 13 stars on my show, but I have a 4-star match compared to Gray Man that didn't, then I would get the head of it. But yeah, but if somehow but we'll improvise and see what happens. I only plan on having there be one world title, although I wouldn't mind expanding that at a certain point. We'll just see how things go. I'm not thinking too far ahead on this thing just cuz I want to leave some freedom for other stuff. But yeah, BWN Malice tomorrow. In terms of after that, I'm not quite sure. I might, I like I said, I'll probably spend a lot of away time just working on recording stuff and such. I'm really gonna try to focus back on that really hard with fall coming up and and all that. But yeah, outside of all that though, that's actually gonna do it for this specific stream here, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys wanted to chat with anyone at the camping company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that on the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.